Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're for the first time. Welcome back, everybody. If you've been here before, very grateful. We're going to ask our spirit guides today what's going on around you for love, person on your mind. What are the messages spirit has for you? It is a collective reading, and it can be any sign and any sign of the person that you may be thinking of. So let's see what spirit wants you to know at this time. What is the energy that's around you and a connection? What is it that they want you to know? Spirit, please share with me messages of love. What is it that you need me to hear today? I am listening for you now. I have trapped. I feel stuck. You're never trapped. Okay, so you want to be careful with that. I have boundaries, disrespecting my boundaries. Okay, enough is enough. A love affair. Okay, so maybe there's a third party situation, and or it's complicated, or it's gotten complicated all of a sudden. So maybe boundaries have to be reset. Maybe I can't go anywhere. It's bitter, angry, petty. Little bit of everything was going amazing, and then all of a sudden something has interrupted this connection. Who's the third wheel? Okay, who's the interruption? Who's this person who interrupted this connection? It's just somebody has come between you, and it's obvious that maybe you share a home together. You could be married with this person. It's not that easy to get out of these relationships sometimes, but enough is enough is how I feel. Spirit, please share with me. I have longing to see you. Let's talk. Maybe you push somebody away. Maybe somebody wanted to have a third party situation, but I can't because I feel stuck. I have children. I can't go anywhere. I can't give you what I want. All of those things that happen, there's this feeling of I can't give you what I want. And that's probably something that they keep saying. So what is this little secret, that they're hiding? And guess what? Little secrets, they always come out. It's this sense of you always do find out the truth. Narcissistic. Okay, so you've got a narcissist, and you've got this feeling of their ego was more important. So you could be struggling with, what am I doing? Established, settled, secure, wealthy. You could have a beautiful life. You could have a beautiful home, kids, family. You could have been with this person for a long time. And then all of a sudden, this kind of somebody comes in and tries to interrupt this connection. So who is this third party interference? And it does feel like little secrets can't be kept is how it's coming into me. So I do feel like somebody comes clean. I feel like whatever's been going on, the truth comes out. So if you've been waiting for the truth, if you've just been waiting for somebody to say, this is what happened, this is what's been going on, and where do we go from here? I have a 9 of Swords. I have a 6 of Pentacles. I have a Devil. And I have a Magician. I feel like that Magician is their ego right now, just saying, why did you do it? Why did you do this? And it's more of a feeling of my ego made me do it. And even not even have an answer. Maybe just saying, I don't know why. I don't know why I crossed the line. I don't know why I hurt you. I don't know why I've upset this. This feeling of I should be giving more. I should be there for you. I have Strength. I have Justice. You could be married to this person, engaged to this person, had talks about a future with this person. I have a 7 of Swords. So The Seven of Swords and the Devil, obviously there's my interruption. They're saying little secrets that, can't be kept. And this person comes forward and either admits finally, what happened. You already know the truth. You just want to hear it from them. You just want to know, what's going on from this point on. So this magician's ego, and this could have been all happening maybe during a separation or maybe during a no contact situation. So maybe it wasn't necessarily an affair because we were on a break. So then it turns into, but if you loved me, you wouldn't have done that. Is this person realizing now that they had a good, okay? It is a feeling of that. I feel that, it's the person who didn't realize what they had. This is a commitment. This is somebody either falling back on a commitment that they made to you, or somebody still has feelings that they still want to move in this direction, believe it or not, that you could be saying, you crossed the line, you hurt me, but maybe we get over it, maybe for the sake of the relationship. And they're even saying for some of you, the sake of the kids. So there's more at stake. This sense of, we can't just walk away. It's not that easy, whether it's a home, kids, how many years we have into each other. It's not that easy. I have a 10 of Pentacles. There's this incredible sense that we've created a beautiful life together. And we don't want to destroy this life, whether it's taking down a whole house, having to have 2 separate households, something like that. And I just feel like that's not the direction that we want to go. Are we hurt? Possibly, but I don't feel like that's the direction we want to go. I have a Knight of Wands and an Empress. This person still sees you in a Tower. This person still sees you as somebody that I still have tremendous feelings for. I still care for you. I still am passionate for you. And I feel like this Tower is more of a question, are you really going to walk away because of this? Are you really going to end this because of this? Or can we repair this union? So sometimes, in long relationships, stuff happens. I'm not giving, saying this is right or wrong. I'm just saying stuff happens, and 2 people have to decide whether they can move on from it. And I feel like that's what's going on. I feel like, can we forgive this? Can we, once the truth comes out and the third party situation is over, can we move on and just kind of, continue our life together? I have forgiveness. I'm struggling to get over the past. So we could struggle for forgiveness. We could be bitter. We could be angry. But also at the same time, maybe time will heal. I have understanding. I see your side of the story. I see why you felt the way you did. I feel like you both see it. I'm afraid of the gossip. I don't want you to worry what anybody else is thinking or feeling. The only 2 people that are in this relationship are the 2 of you. Doesn't matter what your friends think. Doesn't matter what your family thinks. Somebody's spreading gossip, they're saying. So it could be the third party who is upset that they're not getting what they want. They thought that this person was going to leave you to be with them, and it's not happening. So this kind of talking behind your back. Don't worry what they're thinking and feeling. It doesn't matter. Reciprocity. I want to have an equal give and take. Can we go back to being fair to each other and being kind to each other and being there for each other, is what Spirit just said. I have a feeling that the gossip, the sense of, like a bee's nest happen in a very short period of time, that everybody's not necessarily thinking clearly. And I think that we need to take a step back and just give yourself some time to think. because you don't want to make a decision because you're upset, or you're making a decision based on, just immediate emotions, because time does heal wounds, and sometimes that forgiveness takes time. I have a Queen of Pentacles. I have a Three of Cups. I have a Star. And I have a King of Cups. This person still sees a future with you. They didn't choose the other person. They chose you again. So whatever happened in this connection, whoever kind of tried to come between you, it didn't work. Okay, maybe they tried to seduce your person. Maybe this person was weak. Maybe this person gave in when you guys weren't together for a period of time. But they didn't win your person over. This person has more at stake with you, and this person is seeing a future with you. They've made up their mind that this is the person that I want to be with. So they see you as the strong, confident queen. This feels like, I want to talk to you about a future. I want to, see what it is that we can have together. I feel like this Star and this Three of Wands is, let's not give up. Let's not give up on what we could have. All right. Let's not give up on, there's such a sense of everything we've been through and built together. And I don't want to walk away from that just because of like one episode. Not to say that, like I said, I'm not approving it. I'm saying that the only two people that are in the relationship right now are the two of you. And you guys have to decide whether we can get through this or not. I do feel like there's still a lot of love here. I think that somebody's stirring the pot, trying to convince somebody that, could be your person, that they should be with them. It's not a competition, and you don't want to be in a competition with anybody. So I do feel like they're walking away and pushing that person away. And if they've told you that they have, I want you to believe them. I do feel like they're trying to get that person totally out of their life. They are totally disappointed with themselves. I feel like they've done a lot of soul searching. I will say that. I feel that they have been spending a lot of time alone, thinking about what it is that they have done, or what it is that were said, and their actions and the consequences of their actions. This also feels like, I don't want to be alone. It's just a sense of, at the end of the day, either I was a fool. I was a fool is how I want to say it, but they don't want to be alone, and they're struggling with that. So, whoever kind of, the devil made me do it, right? This sense of, I just don't know why. I just don't know why I did what I did. I don't know if that's a good enough excuse, right? But here we are. So do we throw it all away? Or do we try to repair and pick up? I think we're going to repair and pick up, even though it's really hard. I am not saying that this is going to be easy. Spirit, any loving messages that you have for us? So many times you stole my heart away. Maybe we've been through this a couple of times, and I just can't do it anymore for some of you. I know you better than you know yourself. I know why you did it. Your ego, that magician came into me as a very high ego today. They told me I was lucky to have someone like you. Maybe you are lucky to have someone like you. Maybe this person is, after this period of being alone and self-reflection and healing, this person is realizing that, that you are the better choice by far, that the other person meant nothing to them. Why are you putting me through this pain? That is a big question. If you loved me, you wouldn't have hurt me. Say that to a million people out there. That's the truth, but that's what you think. But people who love each other hurt each other every day of the week. And then we have to decide, can we continue to love each other without hurting each other again? That's the bigger question. Now I'm left with just a memory. It doesn't have to be. We can pick up where we left off, is what Spirit just said. I'd rather go on my own pace. Take your time if you're not ready for this union. I just want to be close to you. I miss us. There's a sense of I miss us. I do feel that. I do feel that whatever came between the two of you, I feel time heals. Just keep that in mind. And maybe it just needs a little bit more time, but I'm going to say time heals all wounds. I know that's hard to wrap your head around sometimes when you're really, really hurt, but I think this person comes clean. I do. I think this person says, I was a fool. They come clean with whatever happened. They finally sit down and talk to you. And we realize that we have to move on from this. We just have to move on from this and stick together because we have too much at stake. There's something at stake here, whether we have to raise a child or we have a home or we've already built a life together. So that's the reason why we need to hold on. So I'm going to say keep fighting. I am. I'm going to say see if you can find a way to find what you had and bring it back together between the two of you. It's not just your job, it's two. So let's put this out to the universe and ask Spirit to guide you. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Thank you always for your kind words and comments. I appreciate them. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other two YouTube channels. I'll put the link in the description below.